there is no point of doing this. How can we give positivity to those who they have under the meaning? You can just say nice words, but what can you do? And then if we can help them financially and anyhow. But with this situation, you're not even allowed to go outside. You're not allowed to do anything. Just the world is just sometimes too dark. Right here. This vlog is really hard for me to make. It took me days and days and days to organize my thoughts to what to say. I started empathizing with people who were really affected by this matter. I also learned how to show true care for people who are close to my heart in a hard way. I started to see the other side of reality, which is unbelievable, and it pains me too much to see that it's an everyday for many. I was affected by this matter because my mom is a frontliner. That's why this vlog is very personal for me. Mabuhay and welcome to this episode of 99 Reasons Why I Love Philippines and 1 Why I Don't. I'm supposed to be talking about palengke or market right now. Sadly, because of this pandemic, my taping was also postponed. More than 2 months ago, COVID-19 had a breakout all over the world. Some nations announced lockdown faster than the rest of the nation. We have to admit that this is a very tough decision to make. Many things have to be considered and many things will be put on risk. It's about life of people, it's about their steady source of income, their health, daily life. Many things will be limited. We miss so much of our social gatherings, sitting together with our beloved ones. From where I see, I have to be thankful that Philippines took a quick action and they limited this virus. When it was locked down in the Philippines, back in the country or in other countries, they were not yet announced that there is such thing. So as I can see it right now, those countries are facing the consequences. There are just much more patients there. I have to admit that regardless of how hard life is right now, anyone is facing their own hardships. But at least right now, number of patients are decreasing every day. There was a time that it was like 500 to 1,000 patients would be increased, but now it's under 300 or 200. Many of celebrities, many average citizens, they stretch their helping hand to others. The government here, they provided relief goods. Comparing to other countries, Filipinos have a beautiful culture of sharing. Especially in this time of crisis, they still share what they have. They think about others too. They don't keep things for themselves. From where I'm standing, I am very thankful and blessed that my friends, my family, and I have our needs, have our shelter to survive. Now I start thinking, what if I didn't have this little shelter and this little saving? What will happen to me? How will I survive? What if my home is not in a good location that will be noticed by those who distribute relief goods? What if I have a child? What if I have anyone who needs medical attention? I just cannot provide any because anywhere near me there is no drugstore and I have to take a jeep. There is no public transportation as of now. I would be so devastated. I am sure you know many people with the situation that I just said. You can see people who are sleeping in the streets. What if there is no enough supplies to practice being hygienic with? What will happen to those people? how many families were separated because of the capital was closed. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this lockdown is good or it's not. I'm considering the side effects and what we can do for it. Staying indoors, practice social distancing. When you have deliveries, sanitize it well so you can protect your loved ones. By doing this, there will be less exposure to this virus. There will be less cases. There will be less demand of frontliners. We need less people to go to hospitals. My mom is a frontliner. An aunt of mine is frontliner. I have many friends who are frontliners and they had no vacation because there was a need of establishing an emergency hospital and they have to be there. It really makes me think that what can I do for them? Because it's just not easy to see people in this situation are going outside. Their life is in their hands. And some of us sitting at home, safe and sound.
Like, I've been worried a lot from my mom, especially. 55, 56 years old woman going to hospital and then work where she's pretty much exposed to the virus every day without break. Sila comes to Japan. They're really putting their lives in their hands.
Some people think that this COVID-19 is not as serious as they say. In our street, outsiders are not allowed to enter. They have to state the purpose of their visit in the street, so they will enter just to control. They are doing really well in monitoring and maintaining. So many people are doing so much sacrifices in their lives. They have to go to work, but there is no way of public transportation. Some of them are riding bicycles to go to work, and let's consider that their work is kind of far. They are sacrificing so much to control this COVID-19. They are wearing masks all the time. They have lines on their faces. There are so many frontliners who are not being close to their family, even though they can, but they confine themselves in a room. Yet you might be a carrier and you may transfer to your family. There are so many people in the Philippines who are the provider of the family, but they just managed to go to their province to take care of their parents in this lockdown. But yet, even though how hard the situation is, they're just too humble and obedient with the decisions that authorized people make. And you know what's so beautiful? They just laugh it off. They handle it light. Frontliners, they are heroes. I think we have to do our part too. They're not the only people who have to combat this matter. One thing for sure, we can always pray. If we can help, if it's in your capability to help, there are so many platforms in social media. You can donate. If there is a way for you to help a neighbor. This COVID-19 has been affecting people mentally, psychologically, physically. I think love and humanity keeps us together. With this love and care we have for each other, that's just something brings such energy to you to cope up with things better. And I'm telling that to myself too. Let's hope for better life to come. But now that this is the situation, let's be there for each other. Hopefully right after the dangers of this COVID-19 is over, I will get back onto taping and I will explain the rest of the things that I love about Philippines.
But that's for the next episode of 99 Reasons Why I Love Philippines and 1 Why I Don't.